The 100th event just around the corner, but before we get to that, we gotta close out Season 3. We're into the second round of the winner's bracket where we're about to see a juggernaut battle, FaZe taking on Envy. Clayster and the boys getting fired up. They've been warming up for about 2.5 hours backstage, Ben. Envy, they're coming off a big win to start off the day.
Yeah, and I think that's going to favor Envy. Already playing, I think that's something which we can't underestimate the ability of. You know, we saw Envy play very, very well. Octane, JCap had some great moments. Looney with a huge clutch and a hard point as well. And that's something which FaZe haven't had yet. Yeah, they've been warming up, but it doesn't really compare to that in-game practice when you're actually playing at your fullest.
I was watching Envy earlier. You know, I got a chance to kind of analyze that matchup. Octane's the player to shut down right now if you're FaZe. You got to stop the man.
He's so good.
And Looney, right behind him, was probably the second most consistent player throughout that series. So I'm looking for these two players to really step up and take it to players like Clayster. You know, you got to see Octane versus Clayster here. And then I'm saying Looney's playing very much on a Zuma level so far in this tournament. Okay. So I've been impressed by Envy up to this point, but I got to get your thoughts, man.
I mean,
how is this going to shake out?
I know a lot of people, I was browsing Twitter, everyone is so excited for this. But it's a weird one because FaZe kind of come in with such high expectations previously, but then after a really poor event at DC, they've come here and everyone's like, well, which FaZe are we going to see? Are we going to see a FaZe who can compete, that's going to be in the grand final playing against Optic Gaming, which is kind of the storyline which has been Advanced Warfare so far?
Right.
Or are we going to see this Envy squad who, you know, take nothing away from them? They've played very, very well. If you look at some of the teams that beat them, it always seems to be like Optic Gaming and knocking them down. Like, they're losing to the best teams in the game. They're not losing to just like, you know, those lower seeded teams, not to play anyone blast, but this Envy squad is very, very good. So if FaZe isn't on their A game, Envy's going to take this.
Well, we know that, of course, Envy and FaZe, probably two squads you won't expect a roster change from following this event, but there may be a few teams mixing some things up leading in to our 100th event. $500,000 is on the line, a big chunk of that going to Call of Duty, and you actually have a chance to win a big piece of it. It's open to everyone. Our open bracket is going to have a 3-day event, and you can get your Call of Duty Team Pass for $100 off now. All you got to do, go to MLGtickets.com. The offer is only valid this weekend. No refunds, no exchanges, so get your team in order and get signed up right now. With that said, Ben, it looks like the match is just about ready to go, but before we get to Envy versus FaZe, I got to ask you about the other match. Scumpy already assumed that ISO had taken out Optic Nation.
That
hasn't even started.
No, they're warming up. They're getting ready to go. You know, Isolation versus Optic Nation. There's a lot of Optic fans that may hate me for this, but ISO looks so strong right now, Chris. I really think that ISO is going to... Yes, I think ISO is going to blitz for Optic Nation. I think they're going to make it look easy.
Watching ISO take out FaZe back at UMG, I would agree with you, but watching them go to Game 7 against Orbit, I don't know, is ISO playing weak? Is Orbit playing strong? But that match, it's coming up later tonight, guys. Optic Nation ISO to close out the night over on Bravo, but right now, it's FaZe versus Envy. Let's send it up to our casters. We got the Senator Dak Dunlap with, of course, Mr. Mave.
Mr. Mave, I like it. Thank you, Puckett. Thank you, Ben. Excited. This is going to be amazing. We got the boys in blue going up against FaZe. I don't know what to expect from this one. It could be a 4-0 for FaZe. They're so strong, or this could go the distance. I have no idea.
Absolutely, and looking at these maps, which we'll get into as the series goes on, I'm looking at Parliament Uplink in game number 3. I'm already chalking that one up for Envy. That is one of their best maps. Octane absolutely dominates on that one. But first, they're gonna have to win this Detroit. Maven, who do you want to hop on board with off the start?
You know what? It looks like you were kicking off already here with Clayster. Yeah, let's see how things are going to play out here. He's been so dominant all title long. Let's see what he can do.
Now, something to point out, you heard a little bit from Puckett mentioning it and Ben. Zuma versus Looney in this series, players to watch. I'm going to stack up Attach versus Aqua, Clayster versus Octane, and then Enable versus JCap. Let's see who of these two squads gets the better of their opponent. Right now, though, it's looking like FaZe has the upper hand.
Yeah, Clayster already 3-0 right now, just playing over this wall, seeing what he can get done. They've got it locked down. Now, this usually, the central hard point here in the Atlas, a lot of times you'll see a lot of time picked up on the second rotation, not usually in the first side. Already a 22-4 advantage right now kicked off for FaZe. Incredible stuff. I cannot stand that FaZe is the blue team right now and Envy is the red team. That's going to mess with me all game long.
Come on, Michael Contra. We need that fish fixed right now. But As we move towards this green hardpoint, you can see spawns being held down by Envy. It looks like FaZe has decided not even to try to push towards School and just try to win the gunfights inside the hardpoint. You can see Looney predicting someone coming through that lockers area because that's the most, well, common way of trying to break this hardpoint. This time around, though, FaZe just used muscle, and guess what? Looney's there to answer right back. He's 4-4, but finally gets cut down by the hands of Zuma.
Still an early lead here for FaZe. We'll see if they can keep it rolling. Watching JCap right now. He's 3-5, slow start, but we've seen him have some clutch games so far this weekend. He had that incredible 1v3 earlier today that was a BenQ best play. Let's see if he can pick things up here for his squad, trailing early.
This is the player for Envy who did it all through Season 3. Now trying to make it happen at the Season 3 Pro League Finals. Currently 3-6, Octane is the man with the assault rifle who's going to be his one job, shut down this man, Clayster. He's already 7-5. You always expect him to be a formidable force in the game.
Well, that's going to be the tough thing here. Can they keep up with the slang of FaZe? I mean, on paper, we talk about how strong the NV roster is, but that doesn't always reflect to the actual game.
Yeah.
I don't know that they're going to be able to keep up with the pace of this roster. So far, they're not able to, but we are going to have the battle in garage right now, as you're going to see 2 drop here early for FaZe. Let's see if Envy can get control here, maybe a lead change.
A nice break by Envy. JCap deciding to push towards middle Atlas, trying to get a little bit more aggressive outside garage. It doesn't work in his favor, but thankfully for him, he's got Looney there to clear out the FaZe members in the hardpoint. Maven, we're back within 10 seconds between these two teams. Looking at things right now, though, what do you really expect the key to victory to be for either of these squads?
Well, I said with Envy, I think really the big thing is going to be whether or not they're going to be able to keep up here with FaZe. As you see Cap going off, the veteran, the god that is JCap Arena.
The god that is JCap. I think that works. He's continuing to stay alive. Obviously now on a 5
known as
streak.
Zeus.
He was 5. Is he really?
No,
I think that's nameless.
No,
he's 5-9, or he was 5-9 to start this game. Now 10-9. Envy now taking the lead by the hands of JCap, but this is going to be a tough break. Great entry from Looney. Looney is making it all happen right now. He's only 11-11, really even in this game, but the kills he's gotten, Maven, have drastically changed the score in Envy's favor.
Well, this is what's big right now. I mean, you have JCap going off to 11-10. I mean, he's not the guy you usually get the big slaying numbers from, though. It's going to be the rest of his young teammates that really are going to pick up the monster numbers, but he's getting it done right now. You are going to see Octane fall. They're pushing in, getting control here. Cap trying to fly in. Is he going to be able to pick anything up? The nades coming in. What did Scump say? Just keep using all the stunts.
Oh, you use all the stunts. JCap got a lot of flack for that one at the last event. Here, obviously putting them to good use. A 25-second lead for Envy. And it's funny, when talking about JCap, I was able to go over and talk with the boys on Envy and the boys of FaZe when they were warming up, playing free-for-alls against each other. And I said, JCap, what role do you really fill on this team? Are you kind of like the dad of the squad? He said, I am the dad of this team. Then attached it up, he said, wait, were you the dad of Denial when we won World Championship? He's like, yes, and that as well. So obviously the veteran player that is JCap, always bringing positive vibes to his team. He's a shot caller. He's someone who makes the split-second decisions for the likes of these newer players and the likes of Aqua and Octane.
With age comes wisdom.
Except that doesn't apply to you.
No. No wisdom and lots of wrinkles. Yeah. But here we are. Envy has bounced back in this. You saw the lead change coming in garage. They've now got a 40-plus point advantage starting to roll right now. And Looney is just the god. I mean, he's the guy on this team that really has to put up big slaying numbers. He can't have it off match where he's going something like double negative. This team cannot win with that. He has to have strong performances, especially against FaZe, Jack.
Right now, almost every single role that Envy had, of the players I mentioned earlier, with obviously Octane matching up against Clayster, Aqua against Attach, all 4 players of Envy are doing better in their respective roles, and it reflects in the score.
Well, they weren't in the opening couple. They weren't in the opening minute or two,
but they turned it around.
Absolutely have. And now you're seeing is we're going to kick into the second half of this hard point. Looney, a melt machine right now, Jack.
Yeah, and looking at the scoreboard right now, obviously Enable 22-16. I would argue that he's up there for the most consistent player in all of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. He's a big reason why FaZe won their back-to-back championships just a few months ago.
And Jack, you're the most consistent caster.
Wow, Maven, that means so much. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or you just
I didn't say which way, Jack.
Yeah,
I just said consistent.
That's what I'm worried about.
Here we go. 30 seconds left in the first hard point of the second side. You saw it was FaZe. Really, their lead came from the first hard point.
And they're bringing it back right now.
Yeah, and this is where they're going to start rolling. I remember saying, actually, it was this FaZe roster online. I saw them get 50 points in this central hard point on the second side. I've never seen that done before by any team. It was incredible, and they're starting to get it done here as well. You will see Octane finally able to get a little bit of control as they're beginning to pull away away again.
Yeah, Aqua now beginning to heat up. He's now 22-20, only 2 captures to his name, but it's really Looney who's making all the plays happen for Envy. There he gets dropped by Zuma. This is where the score can really change in a FaZe Clan's favor. You can see on your minimap the perfect setup, and this player on lockers is going to be key. Enable is waiting for the rotation. Did Aqua spot him? It doesn't appear so, but it doesn't matter. He gets the upper hand on Enable. Now Looney begins to push in. He gets the 2-piece as well. A perfect pitch from Envy, but Zuma is still alive, trying to be the nuisance in the back of Envy, and he's doing just that. 3 kills to his name.
Hey, Jack, if you wanted to go to bed early, guess what? This is going to be going 7.
My
God! Looney!
I think that's his 9th 2-piece of this game. He's got 27 kills. 28 of them have come from 14 2-pieces.
Unbelievable
That's
stuff
right
we're
there.
seeing out of him. Yeah, I don't know if that math even added up.
Hey, it's fine. 147 to 114. Envy doing all they can to get the scrap time in their favor. Multiple team kills this game coming from either squads, and Aqua picks up another 2-piece. Enable's there to grab the scrap time. He gets one of his own. Ladies and gentlemen, these are 2 squads firing on all cylinders. I really, really hope we go all the distance.
He's got a 4 streak. That was actually back-to-back 2-pieces, kind of surrounded by the one we saw there from Aqua. Enable getting it done. You know, he wasn't feeling
attached with a 3-piece.
He wasn't feeling very well at the last event. You know, disappointing finish from FaZe. Do you feel he personally has something to prove here? Do you think that's how he feels?
I had the opportunity to talk to Ian a lot after that event on Sunday night, and he said to me, you know what, Jack, we got to reset our mindset as a squad. They tried to kind of do what Optic Gaming did, where they got so confident in hardpoint that instead of worrying about rotations, they just tried to force themselves into the hill.
And he's got heated in some recent online matches with the team, too.
Trust me, this calm, cool,
You need that, though,
FaZe,
right?
Yeah, you kind of need a wake-up call at some point.
Yeah.
That's what UMG DC was for FaZe. Right now, they're bringing it closer and closer to a tie game. You know they came into this weekend with a lot of practice, scrimming all the time online, but when Looney continues to pick up multi-kills like that, Envy will remain in the lead.
Oh, yeah. Looney right now, so far at least, is the MVP of this game number 1.
Oh, absolutely.
Just doing everything here. He's leading in captures. He's leading in kills. Just absolutely crushing here. It is going to be a 15-point advantage right now for Envy. Aqua shooting everything in the room but the opposition.
Right now, the thing to point out, Slang is almost completely even. The score is very close as well. A beautiful break from FaZe. They've got one more player to take out. That's Looney falling to the hands of Clayster. And now can FaZe chain together some time? Well, so far this game, Envy has had beautiful breaks.
Yeah.
They did it on the garage hardpoint. They did it on green. Will Envy do it here?
With this little time, but 90 seconds left to go, Jack, if you had to pick one player from each team to really go big in this, who are you looking for, Jack?
Zuma right now, 27-32, only 4 captures. Someone that I think needs to step up for FaZe. On the other side of things, you really got to see Octane. When we move towards that school hard point, lock down the middle stairs area. If he sits at the back trailer, he needs to win all his gun battles. FaZe now taking a 9-second lead, but here comes another break from Envy. Maven, this game could legitimately not be closer.
It's absurd. We've got 5 seconds till the final hard point here. You can see Looney already getting set up, but he gets taken out. What a gunfight win there from Attach. That's what you need from the youngster as he's going to get pushed into school. There was someone pushing front steps, I believe. He's going to be taken out from behind. No, he's not. He has cover from his teammate. Getting oh, God! Aqua, uninstall!
Blue versus red. It's one of the oldest matchups in video game history. It's happening at the MLG Pro League Season 3 Championships. With 30 seconds remaining, it's a 3-point lead for Envy. Zuma coming in for the break. This is a player I said to watch. He's now on a 3 streak.
He's been a freak all year long. Can he get it done when it matters? He was already tagged up, not able to pick up that kill. They're going to be soaring in. Enable is the last line of a defense. Here is Envy. Can they break it? We've got a tie game with 12 seconds to go.
Aqua trying to stay alive inside the hard point. Envy getting the lead now in their favor. One final push from FaZe. One player comes in. Aqua stays alive. Zuma on the break. Attach trying to come in. They're not going to do it. The boys in blue win game number 1. There's the hype from Aqua. Maven, we're in for a treat to end the night.
I'll see you here at 1 a.m. at the end of game number 7. That was absolutely breathtaking. So much talent among these 2 rosters from just a gun skill perspective, from a veteran perspective. It was years playing the game. You got it all in this matchup.
Yeah.
Unbelievable start to this series.
When looking at it prior to that game starting, I said these 2 teams are so evenly matched in the roles they fill. Well, guess what? They just showed it there on Detroit Hardpoint. Gotta give a shout out to Looney, man. 36-34. The bigger thing, though, think of the amount of times he got 2 pieces in the hill that he should have gotten. Yeah. That is a massive score swing. The difference maker in that 8-second victory, 11 captures and 5 defense.
But the main thing for this series, if it's a best of 5, hard points what matters most in my eyes, because you get those 2 hard points. In a best of 7, we've got 3 S&Ds. Who is the favorite for you in S&D? We're not talking maps. I'm just talking general amongst these two teams. Who are you looking out for?
Honestly, Recovery, Search, and Destroy, Attach, and Zuma are the duo on this map. I think FaZe can definitely take this one. Guys, do not go anywhere. We've got a 7-game series. If it goes all the way, we're seeing Parliament, we're seeing Compound, and guess what? We're seeing Skyrise to end this match. Do not go anywhere.
Wow.
Game 2 after this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MLG Season 3 Finals here in Columbus, Ohio. I'm Maven, joined by Courage. What a game number 1. That was ridiculous.
Not even was our match grid over here. Over on the Bravo stream, apparently Optic Nation had a 100-second lead, and ISO came back and won the game on Detroit Hardpoint.
ISO always clutches up, man.
The team just never gives up.
No, really, they
like
don't.
A little legend that could.
It's been amazing watching. Dito. He was just a strong player in Ghost. He came into Advanced Warfare. Didn't really have a top team.
Yeah.
I thought Dito was one of the best players outside of EG. Back in Ghost, and then he had to kind of climb back through it. Finds this roster. It's been amazing to watch, man.
Hey, he's climbed back to the top. I remember when he got the pro pass at one of the last events, he took a photo of it again. He's like, I'm good. It's good to be back, baby.
Right?
He has been grinding with the squad, and it's been paying off, obviously, finding themselves now up against Optic Nation. We are going into this game number 2, going to be Recovery, Search, and Destroy. And Maven, you just saw Envy win that map 1 in the final few seconds. Coming into this game number 2, what do you want to see FaZe improve upon in the Search and Destroy?
Honestly, I mean, what can you knock FaZe for? With a game that close, that back and forth, with how, okay, is FaZe favored in this series? Absolutely. But when Envy's playing to the best of their ability, can they hang with the top team? Absolutely. FaZe do differently in this one. I'm looking for really Clay to have a big game. Yep. They can't allow JCap to have ridiculous clutches. We've seen him do it all year long. He has already had a 1v3 here today. Not giving up those, when you have advantage, 2v1, 3v1, they cannot allow those rounds to slip away. Got to close them out.
Well, hopping into this game number 2, it's going to be FaZe Clan on offense first. We'll see what the players wind up bringing out. Looks like there's, one more is being brought out from Envy. And on the side of FaZe, now this one's going to get quickly restarted. No big deal. But on Recovery, Search, and Destroy, a map that I fully expect to see maybe even multiple Moors pulled out by FaZe. You think Attach can pull one out, maybe even Clayster as well. We'll get this game restarted for you here momentarily. Probably just have an excellent little
I think the most effective the way I've seen is usually it's one sniper that is able to mix it up.
Yep.
They'll have the sniper, next thing you know they're rocking that bow. I saw Parasite do it really effective earlier. He got, I think, 5 or 6 kills in the first 3 or 4 rounds with the sniper. Next thing you know, plays really aggressive with a bow, a couple rounds, just completely threw them off.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that get mixed up. I guess I don't like when a player plays a sniper every single round. I just feel it gets a little predictable, especially when they play the same spots a lot of times. So that'll be what I watch for, is these snipers, if they're able to mix it up.
Well, obviously a player who does it so well is Attach with that Moors. He'll have it on one round, he'll swap over to a sub the next, always kind of changing things up with this team. And then you got to look at the likes of Zuma. This is one of those maps that he really made his play style well known and famous for, where he just pushes up ridiculously aggressively, gets a kill, and then just runs away and stays alive. This is one of the maps that he really debuted it on. Riot was the other one.
Yeah.
You always expect a flank coming in from bottom jungle, whether he just floods right down middle maps and hits that cusp before the enemy team's even out of their base. Stuff you got to look out for when facing the likes of FaZe.
Yeah, this is going to be a battle. I don't know which team I would take as far as being stronger in S&D. I mean, FaZe obviously has been the stronger team in most recent events, online as well. But you're only as good as your last finish. FaZe fell a little bit short here at the most recent UMG. Okay. I know they had a player that was potentially under the weather. Mm-hmm. By potentially, I mean he was sick.
Yeah, someone else in this booth.
He said he was. Yeah, I've been talking so much today, my throat feels like it's going to die.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure some people out there wouldn't mind that.
I'm here with you, and that's making me feel better, Jack.
Oh, Clint, we've always had that love. You're a great father. But going through the rest of these maps in this series, right? We're obviously playing Recovery S&D next. Then you move into Parliament Uplink, a map that I'm fully thinking Envy will take.
They've been probably the best
loves
team
that map more than his teammates.
He loves
them more than
40 kills, 35 to 40 kills like every single time. He just locks it down. He gets up top, just completely controls that drone spawn.
A lot of people are playing, all right, we always flood forward towards Flowers, towards the drone area, pushes a team. Octane was really the one who kind of changed the dynamic, where he always hit the middle of the map, always locked down that kind of middle area, and then kill the players right as they came off spawn. Yeah. That's what we look out for on Parliament. Then we move into Compound, the map that we saw Rise take off Optic Gaming, another one that
I think that one
could go either way. Aqua on that map is sick. He knows how to play that third hard point.
I want to say
well.
any sub-heavy map is going to favor FaZe, but there are so many strong subs on Envy as well.
And Luna and Aqua went off in that first game. So I mean,
basically this comes down to who's playing the strongest. Like who's more on form, I guess, and that's scary right now if you're FaZe, because you've been a little bit. I mean, you've been as inconsistent, I guess, as you have been with this roster, considering they hadn't really lost a map until recently.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's something always to look out for. Then, after Compound, we move into Riot, Search, and Destroy, Biolab, Uplink, and then Skyrise, S&D.
I lost a match until recently. Lost a map would be kind of absurd.
Yeah, but looking at these 3 maps we're playing, Maven, Recovery, Riot, and Skyrise, 3 of the most common maps where you see a Moors get pulled out, especially the last two on Riot and Skyrise. It's almost guaranteed
look who's got one.
to have one. But, oh man,
Clay
it's
has
the
got
man.
a snipe. I'm looking through to see who else might have one in their hand right now. Clay and Aqua look to be the two that are going to be rocking the Moors early.
Well, I'm on board with Clayster off the start. We'll see if he's able to get first blood for his team, rocking that trophy system. See if he has anything else on. Getting stunned. Trophy didn't wind up blocking that one. The challenge from Octane not going to connect with that shot. The bomb playing a little bit more passively. Gun battle going down. Zuma picks up first blood, just like you'd expect for this Faze team.
Yeah, Zuma can play so aggressive. It's been a pleasure to watch him develop as a player over the last year or so. I know there's some debate on where he ranks in this game, but I think he's one of the true talents here. Looney able to get one from Eyes, got a player at the mid-cut there. We'll see if he's able to trade that out effectively. It is going to be Octane now in a 1 versus 3 Jack. Let's see if he can clutch up.
The trade's going in Faze's favor. Octane spots enabled, now gives away his position. Still in this 1v3 challenge. Middle map. Gets the beat down on Zuma. Spots attach as well, trying to put some shots in. Not going to pick up the kill. Look at the positioning right now. You just saw
He's
Attach was still on the A site.
Did
He knows exactly where he is. No, that
didn't see
reload
him.
time.
He didn't see him, though. That's fine. This is actually going to allow him to get in behind. I don't think he would have necessarily got that kill. That's still pretty far range with the bow. Let's see if he can get it done. This is all going to be the element of surprise. That's going to be a close range ASM one right up in your face. The timing not going to work out very well for him at all.
1-0 lead for Faze, completely winning the gun battles in that middle map.
This is like an impossible gunfight to win.
Especially with
that wasn't even a
attached
fight
behind that yellow rock. No shot that Octane wins that one. You're a great player, but not that incredible. So you saw Aqua pull out the Moors in round number 1. Let's see if he does the exact same thing here on offense. He's got it in his hands, Maven. Expect him to challenge right at this top trailer right off the bat.
And you expect Clay to potentially be challenging from the back. Doesn't get eyes on with anyone yet. You see that player hopping in the back. That's probably Clayster. And there it is. He hits another one. He's going to hit J-Cap there. I was worried about Aqua maybe getting him, but just saw the tip of his head there. Able to get that first blood. 4-3 advantage right now for Faze. They already have a 1-0 lead in this game too.
Tatch in charge of watching that middle cuts area. The push coming from Looney. He's just going to try to stay alive. Pops back into bottom yellow. Will the push come out? No, that's Aqua. So he's got the PDW and the Moors. Still staying alive bottom jungle. Shots coming down from top yellow. That's Looney just trying to stay alive. Aqua beginning to slowly push up. This positioning from Enable could be perfect, though. The body stack coming out of Octane and Aqua. Oh, and there's the two-piece.
Oh, God.
I think Aqua just tried to throw a stun, and he just killed himself with it.
Yes, he did.
Reminder, obviously, stuns do 1 point of damage. 3 shots in the bow, put him at 99. His last hit point, well, went with his own stun grenade. That's a kill.
That was hilarious
Enable.
to watch from Enable's point of view
the
there.
The easiest two-piece he's ever got.
Yeah, the assisted two-piece. But here comes the final battle here. Looney gonna be last alive, trying to survive in this 1v3.
Could be in a tougher spot. Stuck in middle cut, somehow gets out alive. 18 seconds left. He still needs to plant this bomb. He's getting pinched from 2 different areas. Zuma checks him, takes him down. 2-0 lead for Faze. This is the start they needed on this game too.
Yeah, especially the way in which they lost that game 1. So back and forth. That's gotta hurt. Those are the ones that are the most painful. You get a strong start here in game number 2. Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
Well, 2-0 lead. Faze now going to go back on offense. So far, the Moors definitely playing a little bit more of a factor for the boys of Faze. Clay now putting it away. We'll see if Faze decides to keep it out. It doesn't appear so. So you got to expect some sort of aggressive play. They didn't pick up the bomb. Zuma already pushing towards top yellow. Picks up 1 kill. Gets help on the second. That's Clayster. Picking up that one. Aqua.
Do they know one player got through, though? He should be able to flank it. He's going to catch the bomb. How key is that? I know they're down a man, but this is going to be so important. And the hip fire. The shot's everywhere.
Okay, he didn't hit a single bullet.
I don't think Attach hit many either, but enough to get the kill.
Octane in the 1-on-3 yet again. Wasn't able to convert it last time. This time around, the only thing he's got going in his favor is that he knows where the bomb is down at. Did see the shadow of that player, but smart to just rotate back towards his teammate. Put some shots on Clayster. Gave away his position. He's been spotted. Clay wins that gunfight as well.
He had been pretty tagged up, I would think, but Clay gets it.
Great start for the Red Militia. Bouncing back from a tough game 1 loss. J-Cap, we mentioned, he's the dad of this team, currently 0-3. He's a big reason why they became one of the most dominant uplink squads throughout Season 3, because any of those close moments, they immediately listened for his kind of decision-making, and it worked out in their favor. Parliament uplink is going to be the next map. You know, though, Envy feels strong in that. They still want to win this map number 2 and go up 3-0 in the series.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't even put it all on Cap. There's no one that has anything going right now outside of maybe Looney, 2 and 3. No one's been able to really get anything done yet. You see Zuma able to pick up one. They're going to have a 3v2 advantage here at risk of putting this one up to 4-0. I thought he might have saw a player for a second, but he's playing so fast. I thought he had vision for just a moment. Now let's see. Bomb right outside of B. They're going to be wrapping around.
Oh my goodness.
Did they see Cap in the back?
I don't know if they spotted him, but I don't know if Cap spotted the opposition either. Zuma, did he hear the boost? Still going for that ace. 2 kills already to this round. He's on a 4 streak. Pushes in towards the B-bomb site. JCap right outside. That's Aqua picking up the kill on attach. It's going to make it a 2-on-2. JCap and Aqua versus Zuma and Enable.
Who do you think?
3 for Zuma.
Well, I was going to say who's the favorite here, but Zuma now working the ace. Let's see if he can do it. He just has JCap to deal with now. He does have the bomb in his hand.
He did see the boost as well. He knows exactly where he is. He knows
He
exactly
should be able to
where
catch
he
him.
is.
Just spend the time. Don't steal it. Let him get it.
Well, he's not able to, but something I will point out prior to this game starting, we kind of mentioned who the player is going to be to watch. Zuma, 7-1 with the help of his duo attached on this map, a combined 10-3. He's on a 5 streak. All 4 players of FaZe really pulling their own weight.
And that's why Zuma, in my opinion, has been one of the best players throughout this game, is just because he doesn't really have a weak game type. I mean, he goes off and respawns. You see him have these monstrous S&Ds from time to time. He's just so efficient, so strong in all these games, and we'll see if he can keep it rolling here. They only need 2 more rounds here to come back in this series and tie it up 1-1. If you did miss game 1, really close one, Clayster leading off. This is what, second first blood with the snipe.
Yeah, I saw Clay pull out the Moors and immediately run towards bottom jungle. Swapped on board with him, picked up that first blood. Already the bomb going down in the hands of Enable. Shots coming in from Octane. Octane, he's able to make the numbers a little bit more
Octane
possible. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a long day, Maven.
It has. But
Aqua in the 2-on-3. He's got 1 player below him. He's no idea.
And he's going to catch one. It's going to be Octane by himself in a 1 versus 2. He has vision on 1, trying to fight this battle. In spawn, just trying to chase him. Bullets coming in from everywhere. Oh, jeez.
Okay, my heart just skipped a beat momentarily.
How did he snap onto that first player? I don't know. There's no way he's going to win that second gunfight, right?
No, not at all. I mean, Enable still full health. You'd hope there's no way. He's got a bow as well.
That was
able
so filthy, though.
It's 5-0 FaZe. Did you think it would be this? I mean, did we both predict him to win
after the game 1? No, I did not think this would at all be how this would be going to the S&D. This is ridiculous right now. This is just 6-0ing them in about 5 minutes flat.
And you know what it is, too? It's not like there's been ridiculous clutches for FaZe, right? Like, they've been in control of this game from the start. They've been controlling the pace. They've been getting the first bloods. Clayster trying to do all he can to distract the opponents. That buys enough time for Attach to pick up the kill. Another challenge coming out of middle map. That's Zuma. Attach still playing aggressive on that yellow.
I would say, how has he not found this second player? But it's because all these stuns come in are going to back him up. He should be able to pick up his second kill. There it is, Attach. Nice shots coming in. He had 2 to lead it off. Looney going to be last man alive. 1 versus 3. Make it 1 versus 2. Can he go clutch for his team and at least get them on the board? He's going to have to work against Clayster and Enable. They should have idea where he is, and he will fall. 6-0 is the score. That is how you bounce back from a game 1 loss.
If Envy were a computer, they'd delete that file of what they just had in that game. They
Forever.
do not want any memory of that one. Enable 6-1 to close out the game on a 4 streak. Heads up play there as Clayster began the pinch. Really just, I mean, I don't really even know what else to say about that. How do you analyze that? They just beat them on every front of Search and Destroy.
Thankfully, it was so fast.
Yeah.
It'll be very easy to forget.
Well, good for Envy, I guess. JCap, 0-6, only 50 points to his game. That's 1 assist. Not what you expect from that veteran player.
No, I just, again, not much to take away from that. It was just a complete spanking FaZe controlled from beginning to end. But you said we're what, going to be going to Parliament. Was going to be game 3. And that's one where we have talked about how strong Envy can be. They've been historically, at least through season 3. Before the reset, I know they were the strongest uplink team by a landslide, pretty much when looking at percentages, especially on Parliament, very, very strong. Does that mean they're picking them?
I mean, what we'll have to see.
FaZe.
All right, well, here's the big thing, right? Obviously,
You
Envy's
have to
getting
pick
beat.
someone.
I'm going to pick Envy still.
Okay.
This is one where
I wanted you to say
Envy
it officially.
just lost 6-0, right? Now they're going into Parliament uplink. This is one of their best. If they lose this series, though, I think FaZe just sweep them to close out the series and win it 4-1.
It's scary.
To be quite honest, because at that point, you just lost 6-0 in S&D. You just lost one of your best game modes. Guys, do not go anywhere. When we come back, Parliament uplink. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MLG Pro League Season 3 Championships. We've got a great matchup for you all in this best-of-7 series. There's a look at it on your screen. Envy, the boys in blue versus FaZe Clan. Envy struck first in that hard point, but FaZe, well, to be quite honest with you, just demolished Envy on all fronts in that S&D.
Well, again, we were talking about what do you take from that? There's nothing. There's nothing you take from it, but just you got spanked. Forget it happened. Hop into game number 3. You're going into game number 3. You're going to one of your stronger game types on one of your stronger maps. Cross your fingers.
Heading into this one, Parliament uplink. Get ready to see a lot of battles on your screen. Here is a look at the map. It's one of obviously the new DLC maps. Honestly, it's become one of my favorite pretty quickly just because you get to see some of those sub players battle up against the best ARs, see how they stack up. You always gotta love to see, the likes of Scum still pull out an AR and still be just as dominant as he is when he has a sub.
Fun fact, I actually talked to Ben.
Yeah.
And this is a
nice.
true to form rendition of actual London.
This is what it looks like right now if we went there.
That is the Queen Mary.
With all the fire on the buildings and...
No, well, I mean, that's an added graphical effect.
Okay, I didn't know if that's how far they took it. You never know with the UK, but heading into this one, I'm on board with Octane right away off the start. He's going to be the key to victory for Envy in this game in number 3. We'll see if they're demoralized after that last 6-0. Well, routing they had in Search and Destroy.
All right, you talked about how dominant Octane can be on this particular map. Who is going to have to go big to shut him down?
I mean, do you want the answer really? It's going to be Clayster.
No, it has to be somebody else. You're not allowed to pick. That's the obvious answer. You need to go deeper than that.
Then for me, it's going to be Enable. I mean, right now he's sitting at 1-0. He's the other main Val player for this team. They're losing a gunfight versus Aqua. That's not really something you expect to see too often. With this, yeah, I know you're being annoying. It's fine, Maven.
I'm here for you. This is called teamwork.
Thank you. Good to have you on my side.
Now let's talk a little bit about the sides here. One side is much preferred. I want you to talk about, who do you think has the favor going into this? Why is it the stronger side for those at home that might not be as familiar with the map?
Now, Maven, I know you've never really been a believer in the strong versus bad side.
I think it plays relatively even. It's just harder to get dunks on one side, in my opinion.
Yeah, people would say that what Envy just did really is tougher to do. They're on the less preferred side.
Yeah.
They just dunked it and made it look easy.
That never happens, though, really. He rarely
really just made it look easy. I can't believe now as we're talking about it happened. But Envy, able to go first on the board. FaZe have the preferred side. They just want to get, if they can hold a lead for the second half, you got to expect Envy to take this one. A team kill coming in and out of Looney. Number advantage going to FaZe. This is the first push they've had all game long.
All right, with Zuma trying to wrap around the back. Does he go for the melee or does he go? Oh, no, he misses it. He gets killed. He at least was guaranteed one. Doesn't get any. It hasn't been reset, though. It's still in the corner. Are they going to be able to make a push as Clay's going to drop? I don't think anyone else is really in that good of a position to get forward. This should be a reset unless they just decide to push forward through alls. Yeah, there's a reset.
Tossing that one off the map. He's going to regain control of Flowers. Trying to stay alive. He spots Enable there in the bottom tunnel area. One challenge coming in out of Clayster. He's got 2 players to his left, 2 pushing through that tunnel area. Picks up 1 kill on Looney. Challenges the second with the help of his teammate. They're able to take him down. The final player up is Octane, and he falls. Oh, this should be a guaranteed score for FaZe. Yeah, you can see the overextension coming in. Oh yeah, this is what makes this side so strong. You can see spawning at that lower tunnel area. You're basically in an area of the map that couldn't be more useless.
Yeah, a little less open too as you're pushing forward for that dunk. And now they're rallying it forward. There comes a toss. Attach will take the pass. He will get the second dunk. That's going to give the lead to FaZe. Now, when we're talking about it, what do you think then is a pretty safe lead? If you're FaZe, what do you want to push for here going in the second side?
I mean, FaZe, you'd love to close it out early, up 10-2, but
I mean, like,
a lead that Envy could still come back on, honestly, 3 possessions. Because right there, you just saw 2 possessions rallied with ease. If Envy can get 4 dead once and be in pretty decent positions, which they're very good at, they can definitely score back-to-back dunks and be right back in the game. Right now, 4-2 with 2 minutes remaining. If they can go into the half at this score, they've got to be feeling good.
I'm confident that you could be a professional player, Jack.
Wow, really? Thanks so much, man.
Game knowledge. I've seen you play. You're hot on the sticks. 2 minutes left, 4-2 advantage here for FaZe. We're going to see if they can extend this lead. They're on the strong side right now. There's going to be a battle here for drone control. Octane going to be able to hit the shots, basically picks him there out of a tree.
I got something to admit to you. Me and Benson played in 1-2K, and we got first rounded in that one with ease. So definitely not going to have a pro career anytime soon. Maybe Black Ops 3 will be my game. Heading back into this one, though, JCap trying to stay alive by Flowers. Nice snapshot over to Clayster, not able to pick up the kill. Clay dominating at 10-6 so far. This game running EMPs as well. A little bit of difference, but it definitely slows down the movement of the boys on Envy as they try to get control of this area of the map. Sometimes they'll catch the opponents off guard. They'll get EMP'd, and then they can't double jump and kind of, they'll just fall right into the water.
That EMP from Clayster, I think, hit all 4 members as they were pushing out from spawn.
Pretty good.
But here we go. We're watching Enable right now as he's trying to get forward towards Drone, but he's going to be taken out there from the side. That's going to be 3 down for FaZe. They still have the lead, but in your eyes and mine, maybe not significant enough right now.
There was just a player who spawned at the bottom tunnel right behind Aqua. That's Zuma, who really could have gotten a better spawn. Not able to pick up the second kill, though. Looney trying to grab that drone. The final kill coming in from Octane. He should just go for the 1-point toss. Not going to
did he hit the railing?
He was just aiming too low. It just line drives right past the uplink point.
Unbelievable.
That's a missed opportunity for Envy. They're still down by 2.
All right, but we do have JCap. He's going to be watching the drone spawn. Will be set up for when it comes off. He's going to have decent shots. He's going to be taken out from the side
Enable.
there. Oh, no, Enable got that kill.
Yeah,
I thought there was somebody from Hall
no, he hit every bullet.
Woo!
He hit every single shot. Zuma still holding his own in this one. But as I mentioned, Clayster and Enable, your 2 players to watch on FaZe. They're doing it right now. Enable's got that drone. They have a position where they can score at least 1 more time in this half. He's got 1 lead blocker going for the 1-point toss. He'll whiff as well. So there's 2 1-point misses. Almost gets the knife on Looney. But at the end of the half, it's going to be 4-2. FaZe not getting as much done as you'd like to see on that good side.
Especially when we've talked about how strong Envy is on this map, and now you're giving them strong side only down a dunk.
Yeah.
I don't know if FaZe can hold this. Do they have the talent to? Sure. But how would you play this? All right, if you're FaZe, you have this narrow victory. You know you're on the weaker side.
Yep.
Do you play kind of that defensive bend but don't break mentality, try to counter when you can, or do you still play your high-flying, aggressive play that you're used to?
I think that's the key, right? They need to have someone who's ready to lock down the middle map area. You didn't see FaZe utilize it on that side, number 1. Be ready for Envy to pull it out. He's gonna Octane will have confidence in his teammates to pick up the kills near the drone area. He'll push through middle, and when he gets in that spot, he can spawn kill the opponents time and time again. Off the start of this one, it's gonna be 4 players from either side rushing right towards Flowers, and 2 kills come in favor of FaZe. A great start for the Red Militia.
Yeah, the nades appear to be effective off a spawn, and they're gonna get forward. Early points for FaZe would be so crucial.
We mentioned the aggression. It's their key to victory on the side, number 2. Off the start, they miss again.
They get it tossed in, and is that the second or third miss?
That's a second miss so far
that we've
for
seen,
FaZe.
at least,
the third miss of the game between these 2 teams.
And those points could prove to be very crucial because this is one of the lower scoring maps. I mean, absolutely, when you talk about your Biolabs comeback, you're usually pushing into double digits for sure. This is a game-winning score sometimes on Parliament. We'll see 4-2 finishes.
Yeah, averaging 1 point for every minute between these 2 teams. JCap, double negative at the moment. He's going to need to heat things up on side number 2. Envy getting themselves in position to begin to run this drone. Aqua wins a gunfight versus Clayster. The challenge coming in from Cap, he has to back up and play his life. The drone now in their hands. Octane needs to begin this charge. He hasn't moved as of yet. A team kill coming out of FaZe. All things going in Envy's favor. Looney with the drone. He gets inside bottom green hut. This is going to be an easy dunk. But who just spawned in the back of the base? Attach has got the sickest spawn he could ask for, and he falls off the map.
Yeah, didn't get shots into the player going for the score, and then decides to just take a little break there, take a dip and dive. He was hot. I think that's what it was.
Hey, I don't blame him.
Refreshing ice-cold water here on Parliament. But we do have a tie game, 3.5 left to go. The favor, you got to think with Envy, as they are on the stronger side. Looney set up here to move forward. He's just waiting on his teammate to potentially get a kill here, playing it slow. They've got control.
And here it comes.
I think they know where Aqua is.
Octane pushing through the middle of the map. Guess who was right there, ready for the push? Zuma. FaZe has studied up on this Envy team. They play them all the time. They know exactly what to expect. Now Zuma filling that similar role. He's able to kill Octane yet again. And look what that does. Now on the, obviously the more popular side of the map, it's an even numbers game. Aqua getting the better hand of Enable at the moment, but that's the key to victory for FaZe. If they can get control of the middle of the map and kind of play the counter role to Octane and shut him down, they'll be able to still win this game with 2 minutes and 45 seconds though left. This one could go either way.
Oh yeah, this is without question coming down to the wire. This has been such a remarkable series thus far, even though the difference between game 1 and 2 were so completely absurd. Now we're back to a tight one. Watching JCap able to pick off one player pushing. Can he get the second? Shots a little off, not able to clean him up. Gonna be 1 down for either side. This has been an absolute battle, Jack.
Attach picking up the 2-piece. He's leading his team in all categories this game. Obviously tied for the most kills. Right there with 4 points to his name. He's going to begin the push. He's got Zuma with the drone. Will they go for the 1-point toss, or will they get a little bit more greedy and go for the 2-point dunk? Attach picking up first blood for his team. Clayster answering back. The final 2 lines of defense for Envy doing all they can to just wait for their teammates to spawn up. The toss going in, that's going to connect. The lead back in favor of FaZe.
And that might be all it takes. As low scoring as this game has been, a 1-point advantage is so much right now. If you can really push it on this side to 2, you know how difficult it is to get a dunk. Just getting that 2-point advantage could prove to be so crucial. Now buying it for drone control, you see all the red on the minimap, but 2 are going to get cleaned up there by Attach and Enable flying in. We're seeing if Aqua can maintain control, but the flank coming in from Zuma.
That's what he does
What
best.
a crucial play.
I can tell you right now, they've shut down Octane so far this game. 17-24, and Zuma just killed all 4 players of Envy. JCap finally able to answer back. Rough games so far from the 2 main ARs on the boys in blue. Right now, they are still down by 1, Maven. You can see the pressure continuing to come through middle map. Zuma, time and time again. He's hit it multiple times this second side. Clayster's doing the same. They've been able to keep Envy down by 1, and with only a minute left, Faze primed to go up 2-1 in this series.
It is on point, and that's a big
My
one.
goodness.
This map Dunk's more difficult than I think any other map in my eyes when it comes to uplink that may close it out, but there are still 50 seconds remaining. Can Envy bring it back? You talked about how crucial this particular map and victory would be for Envy.
Oh, if Envy loses in this last 45 seconds, then I'm going to tell you right now, Faze is going to finish out these last 2 maps, and they're going to win the series 4-1.
I agree with you.
Finally able to pick up a kill. That was watching the player on the flank. He took down Attach, who was hitting that bottom halls area, but the spawn's coming back up for Faze. Octane needs to make a massive play, and he just dies to a nade.
The 1-pointer is going to miss. That
That's
might have given them time.
play.
That's it. That's got to be as long as they reset their
Yeah,
done.
and Faze already in a position to grab this drone. Really nobody in Envy in a position to pick it up. They've just kind of tossed it off the map for the full 15. They haven't gone for it as of yet. Surprised to see them play it so passively. Yeah, decided to go for more defensive play. Faze do basically what I thought they weren't going to be able to do at all. I think going into this one, you predicted Faze to win it. I don't think it had any reason behind it.
No.
I think you just said it just because you wanted to say Faze.
Yeah, I just wanted to be the opposite side of you.
Yeah, so Envy losing that one, Faze getting the momentum in their favor, and now I got some bad news. They're heading into a compound hard point. This is a map where Attach and Zuma just like to have a lot of fun.
I mean, you have the subs on Envy, you have the talent there, but Faze, I mean, do they have the strongest sub lineup out of anyone? Even when we talk about Optic, I think when it comes down just to sub players, I know you have Scump on Optic, and there's a lot of players that can kind of run both roles there on Optic Gaming, but Faze, they can't beat them on this, right?
Yeah, I think everyone agrees, really. Scump and obviously Zuma, the 1 and 2, in regards to
Attach is
best subs.
right up there, too.
Attach is right there. When it comes to Optic, obviously, you know there's some issues with who their sub is going to be. When
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant by that.
Karma,
Exactly.
Krim and Karma have to obviously switch roles.
Yeah.
Shows where their confidence lies in that respective position. Attach, all 6 points for Faze in that game, 24 and 21, a 1.14 KD. Monster game from him.
Unbelievable, but we are going to go to a quick commercial break. Game 4 will be coming up next. Can they bounce back? Envy up against the ropes.
Welcome back to the MLG Pro League Season 3 coverage, live from the MLG.TV arena in Columbus, Ohio. It's your championship this weekend. Obviously, so much prize money on the line, and probably one of the best series of the weekend. Faze versus Envy is underway. Faze now up 2-1.
Yeah, this is potentially going to be one of the most epic series of the day if this can go the distance. But like you said, after Faze stole that one, they look poised to close this out. They're rolling now. This is their first series of the day. You know, they had that first round bye. Envy was a little bit warmed up. They looked strong early.
Beat TCM 4-1.
Yep. I don't know about this now. It's going to be tough for them to bounce back.
Yeah, coming into this next one, Compound Hardpoint. You saw JCap, as I mentioned, the dad of Envy, having a tough game
What
there.
a glorious, glorious man.
On Parliament Uplink. Will we see Faze be able to win this one? You know, all the Faze dads are out home. They were down in Orlando this past weekend, learning how to fly jet engines or something. I don't even know what they were doing.
I know how to fly a
They
plane.
had fans on their back flying around with a parachute.
Did I ever tell you that I knew how to fly a plane? I got my pilot's
No one in the right mind would ever let you fly an aircraft.
Out of college, I got my pilot's license.
Maven, stop talking right now. You're lying through your teeth.
I totally am lying.
Okay, good, because honestly, I think the best thing you've accomplished is learning how to just be a handsome man.
I don't even think I need to learn. Just give me a plane. I'd fly it.
Okay, well, before we have the police on site as you go to take over a plane, we're going to get back into this game. Faze off the start, getting taken down. 3 players do fall. Octane and JCap inside the hard point for Envy.
Now, all right, you talked about how strong Faze is going to be on this. Who needs to step it up? How can Envy keep it close?
You saw in that first hard point, Looney and Aqua got the better of Attach and Zuma. Attach and Zuma this time around, they just had a monster game number 3, combined with those Vals still more than holding their own. They need to keep the intensity. Heading into this compound hard point, off the start, Envy up 19, make it 20-0. Really a pretty much flawless start from them.
Yeah, this is much better than what we saw in the first hard point, which was a really hot Faze start. Now Envy looking poised here. Not a point on the board for Faze yet.
It's the 3rd time Faze gone 4 dead.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Already, they're on the rotation as well. Still remaining scoreless is Faze. Envy winning the gunfights in middle map. Looney's already got 7 kills to his name. The rotation comes in. Love this positioning from Envy. They've tried to lock down the back spawns area, but Aqua just destroyed Zuma. One more player to take down. That's JCap with the kill. This is Faze.
250-0. I'm calling it now.
They have 0 points for the first minute and 15 seconds. They're still not even close to picking one up.
250-0.
What is going on? Is this the longest we've seen Faze be held scoreless?
It
in a
has
hard
to be.
point?
We're 90 seconds in. They don't have a point on the board. Someone needs to let them know they're in the game.
Yeah,
Do they think this is warm-up?
I think they think this is team deathmatch.
Guys, you're playing now.
Okay, Clayster still doesn't get the first second on the board.
Oh my God.
Envy might hold Faze scoreless through the first 2 hard points. Finally, they get a second on the board.
Let's get a round of applause there in the stadium for Faze. They're on the board.
Right now, if Faze stay on this pace, they'll score 5 points through the whole 10 minutes.
That was absolutely unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, even when it's like a really strong pro team against like a lesser team in a 2K, you don't see it start out like that.
Oh, no.
Unbelievable start from Envy. Is that that's what they needed? I don't know why I'm asking. That's exactly what they needed.
What's funny is this hard point right here, I think, is Envy's best hard point on any maps in all of AW. Aqua is a magician on this map. On this hard point, he'll sit in the dark corner. He'll challenge just like this, knowing exactly when to get aggressive. They're maybe getting a little bit too crazy. Maybe should have played his life a little bit more. His teammates did wind up dying. Looney getting that entry kill with the nade. He's going to try to push towards bottom bridge. The trade coming in. Envy still up by 70 seconds.
Look at the kills. Looney has 15 already. We just started the game. What does Faze even tally up to right now?
Envy's positive 20 right now in the slaying department. If they keep this up through the rest of the game, they'll finish at about positive 75.
I'm
not even kidding.
They had 25 total kills on Faze a second ago. This is unbelievable.
This is absolutely ridiculous stuff. I've really never seen Faze get just outplayed on a map so hard, but apparently in compound hardpoint, they are not looking too strong, but if anyone can wind up coming back, it's the boys wearing red. JCap picks up 1 kill. Now pushing from the bottom trailer area. He's got help from a teammate. That's Octane right behind him, but Zuma is in the bottom cuts area, able to clean him up.
All right, we're going to stick on with Aqua here. He's going to be pushing underneath. We'll see if he's able to flank behind a couple of players here, but you see somebody already waiting for him lower. That's going to be Clayster ready with that bow, going to lock it up, and Abel gets one as well. They just have to get something rolling, some amount of confidence. They have so much time. Like, the lead was so exaggerated early because they didn't have any points. Like, it was done so quickly.
Yeah.
There's so much time. Like, 6 minutes and 20 seconds is absurd.
Oh, my goodness.
If anyone, like you said, if anyone come back, it is the members of FaZe. They've been so resilient over the past couple of months. I mean, since this team has formed, they've been just utterly dominant. JCap, just those shots weren't good.
Looney and JCap already leading their squad at the moment. Looney 5 captures, 18 and 15, already gotten in 33 gun engagements. He's on pace to hit over 70 this game. Right now, though, FaZe trying to claw back into things. Aqua falls to the hands of Attach. They've gotten early control of this hard point. But even there, Clay winds up dying when he gets in the power position. He's 10 and 16, a rough start for Clay.
Yeah, I like your choice of words. It's not climb back into things, it's claw.
Yeah.
At this point, you have a lead that big, that early. FaZe just put up against the ropes so quickly here, but they've mounted a bit of a comeback, right? Well, not really, because it was, what, a 60-point advantage, 60-0? They're still trailing by about the same margin, but they've narrowed it a bit. 5.5 remaining, about to hit the second side of rotations. I got to think this is going to play out a little bit differently here.
I like to see Enable now with this bow in hand in this position on this hard point. Clayster has an AR as well. This is the one that FaZe will be able to lock down much, much better. There's a couple different spots you want to get in. One person in that scrapyard area to your left, right behind the tanker, is always a good spot. An AR on the hill shows how much of a power position you can be in here with Enable bouncing back and forth. They're not challenging Octane because he has the help of Attach. What was a 90-second lead at one point for Envy is now down to just 15 seconds. Boys and Blue fans, FaZe have woken up.
Wow, the fact that they've mounted this comeback and they've done it basically within 3 minutes or so, they brought it back. As bad as they were getting blown out, that was just as impressive of a comeback.
The last time we saw these first 2 hills of the rotation, FaZe got 1 point. Will they have a better time in the second set? We'll have to see.
A wise person would say yes.
Yeah, I'd hope so, really.
That's not me.
A lot of room for improvement from FaZe in this second rotation.
But here we go. It is still Envy mounting points here early on. Again, this is where FaZe has struggled. We'll see what they can do here. We're all watching Aqua, though, right now. He did see one player dive towards the hard point there. He's going to get absolutely just blown apart there. Swapping through towards the hard point. Attach is able to win 2 key gunfights.
Envy was positive 20 in the slaying department after the first 3 hard points. Now they're just positive 8. The slaying continuing to go more and more into FaZe's favor. It reflects in the score. Still only 15 seconds separating these 2 teams. But when Zuma starts making plays like that, this is the FaZe clan their fans know and love. They'll begin the rotation towards this next hard point. Oh, here's Clayster from the back of the map. All he's thinking about is locking down spawns.
And 2 pieces like that get the team fired up. It gets him fired up. And there's going to be a lead change at some point here. 3:45 left to go. 50 seconds now in the next hard point. You see Envy set up. Clayster trying to get eyes on someone. He's going to play it slower with that bow. Finds one around the corner. Here comes the pressure. They're flying in. Zuma does get one. Can he pick up another in the hard point? They've got it locked down. And the Envy being patient. They're trying to get together and push here. And here comes the aggression. Clay, great position. They're able to get one. Now he's going to get to the hard point. Second gunfight comes and he gets the assist there. Has to reload.
You can see how slow and methodical that push was from Clayster, showing off why he's one of the best players in this scene. His team's been down all game long. They were down by almost 90 earlier on. There, though, taking his time, saying, you know what, if we just make sure we wait for the perfect moment to break, we can chain together 20, 30 seconds. They were able to do something similar to that. They're going to get this little bit of scrap time. And Maven, as we head to the third hard point of the second rotation, this game is within 3 seconds of each other.
Enable, you saw him go on a 5 streak, I believe, in this hard point last time. This is when they really started to get rolling. Let's see if he can go big yet again. A small lead right now for Envy. Just under 3 to play. JCap getting one, tries to turn the other, and there it is, though. Still gets him, the veteran coming up big. Uses a pillar. Yeah, he gets the third.
One more beginning to challenge. He's trying to stay alive, putting shots down on Zuma. Finally, JCap.
He's a magician.
Oh, he was somehow staying alive that whole time. No nades hitting him. Attach on Zuma. Clear it out. FaZe now in control of the dark room. They're down by 8. Maven, we should see a lead change for the first time in this game.
These 2 hard points are the 2 most ridiculous hard points I've seen in any series, like, ever. They've been just absolutely ridiculous. Look at the points now between these 2. You already saw the game 1, which is just as close. Who's going to make the difference, Jack?
We'll have to see right now as these 2 teams remain 10 seconds within each other. It feels like Envy always finds a way to make games unnecessarily close. Their fans are always on edge. The spawn control for this next hard point right now in favor of Envy. Aqua trying to stay alive. He's now being challenged by one. Whiffs every single bullet on Clayster. Zuma's there to help him out. Faze now in control of the hard point.
And this is one you can lock up and get so much time here. It's one of the easiest hard points, in my opinion, to hold in the entire game if you get good control. He's there to help.
Faze are in the lead.
There it is!
For the first time this game, Faze has taken over. They've come back from the 90-second deficit and look to take this game at number 4. Maven. Oh my goodness, if Envy lose this game as well, they went from losing the SMD 6-0, they lose one of their best maps on Parliament Uplink by 2 points, and now on this one, they've given away a 90-second lead. This is just a full-on breakdown for the boys in blue.
And they're going to get the rest of this time, so they're going to have, what, about a 30-point advantage, 20, 30 points going into the final hard point? Like, how can you even overcome this?
Pros would say they lost full, Maven. They lost full composure. It's showing right now. Heading over to this last hill,
What's
unable
more
getting
than
the
full
entry
composure?
kill. Picks up the second on J-Cap. Oh, this is gonna do it. The Envy that we saw through side number 1, they had 111 seconds after 4 hills. Since then, they've gotten 60 in a full rotation, not a recipe for victory. That's almost it. I think if they contest for 1 more second, the game is over.
1 second contest, and that's gonna be it. And that's should be all she wrote.
What did we just see?
What was the actual... How many points did they get before they got their first point?
It was before FaZe got their first point.
60,
I think it was 57 to 0.
57?
I think that's what it was, or 60-0. Now looking at things, this game ended with FaZe winning by 30 seconds.
Yeah, maybe
that's
it's
a 2-minute swing.
Maybe it's us overreacting a bit because it was so early, but like 0. That goose, when you're looking at it, it's that long into the game. Ended up being like, what, 2 minutes?
That wasn't their biggest lead.
90 seconds?
They wound up going 103 to 13.
That's true.
And
that
was
wild, man. Well, look at their
happened.
faces. They know what they just did, and I don't even show us envy. Please don't, because I'm not trying to cry on camera.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Looney was dominating on that side number 1. He had like 17 kills for the first minute and a half, finishing that game 33 and 40. 0 defense for him too, not getting the kills inside the hard point. Aqua did all he could. 32 and 29, 9 caps and 5 defense. But Envy lose that game number 4. And Maven, I feel like the prediction we said earlier is going to wind up happening 4-1 in favor of FaZe after Envy drops game 2 and 3.
I don't know if you can bounce back from that, Jack, but we are going to find out. What is our next map going to be? What game type?
This is going to be Riot S&D, and the things that Attach does on this map are almost illegal in many countries.
I'm pretty certain they are.
Yeah. We'll get checked on that one for you. Guys, do not go anywhere. When we come back, game number 5, Riot Search and Destroy.
found with JCap. Stay on. Meanwhile, on top of bottom, the Mountain Wolf Freeways are doing the work. Freeways by the sun, right down. That could be the game right there. I think it actually is. All right, welcome back. You just saw that clip there. The upcoming MLG.TV finals. Jack, tell me a little bit about what everyone can expect from this great upcoming event.
New Orleans is obviously the city where we're going to be heading down to. So much on the line that weekend, over $500,000 in prizes across, well, 5 different games. There's a look on a man that definitely wants to take that win home. That's Clayster. He's been dominating all season long in AW. I don't know what that face was at all.
I'm concerned he needs to go to the hospital.
Yeah, someone get on that for us. Heading into this game number 5, though, the only team that might need to be woken up by someone in the hospital is Envy after they've been completely shut down.
No, they're already
game
there.
number 1. Oh, they've checked out.
Oh, yeah.
They
even
left.
in their seats. They're at the hospital now.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this next one
currently
this
being resuscitated.
Riot Search and Destroy should be pretty easy then for FaZe if they have no opponents.
Yeah, this is going to be wild. You know, as much as I want this to go the distance, I want this to go 7.
I don't see it happening.
How do you bounce back after that?
I don't see it happening. I mean, Envy losing that last SND. Let's not forget that. The last Search and Destroy we saw in this series, FaZe won 6-0. Envy are going into their second SND. They get to win a round. And it wasn't like any round they were even up. It wasn't like, Envy in a 2v1 and they lost the clutch round. No, FaZe got the number advantage every round. They closed it out every round.
Yep.
They did the objective every round, and they won 6-0. Dominant performance.
I agree with you. I think this should probably be it.
Well, going into this one, here's the man I want to watch all game long. It's Attach. He's got the Moors. He's going to immediately dart to his left. He's going to hop to S2. He's going to look over that A street, and he's going to call out how many opponents he sees. He does this so often that if Envy aren't expecting this, I'm never talking to them again.
All right, well,
and look,
here
they're not
we
even
go.
going that way, so obviously they know a little bit about it.
On with Attach. He's not going to have eyes on anyone here to kick things off. Let's see how they're able to hold it off here. And was there anyone sniping on the offensive side of things?
I don't believe so. Possibly Aqua. No, not even Aqua. So challenges coming in already. They've decided to flood 3 players through middle prison, and the first 3 kills going in favor of Envy. This could be their first round of the series up against FaZe and Search and Destroy. There it is, a flawless round for the boys in blue. They're up 1-0 in game number 5.
Well, we saw FaZe bounce back after a tough loss in Hardpoint. You saw them bounce back very quick, very strong. You have the veteran and JCap on Envy.
Yep.
If you had to pick a player to have on a team to kind of bounce back from something like a loss like that with a bunch of young players, JCap's a guy I'd put on a list for that for sure. Oh, I know I said it's not possible, but there's a sliver of hope.
There is a sliver of hope, and I'll tell you right now, Maven, that is a perfect counter by the boys of Envy. They know exactly how FaZe plays that first round. They flooded right through middle map. FaZe had no idea it was coming. They get 4 easy kills. And there's Aqua with first blood. Yet again, Envy showing up in this Search and Destroy.
Great stuff thus far, and I think it was, by the second or third round that we could really tell that FaZe had just bounced back so fast from that. At what point are you going to be like, Envy's alive? They're still in this series.
Oh, I think that's going to go if they're up like 4-0 and looking pretty dominant. I mean, obviously that round number 1, they knew what to expect from FaZe. They just completely countered them, and it went in their favor. Now in round number 2, they get first blooded. JCap's there to even to put the numbers even more in Envy's favor. Attach, trying to stay alive. He's been stunned, I think, 16 times, but he's facing Envy. It's what you expect.
And this is an offensive-sided map, in my opinion. You know, it's not by a lot, but it will be favored to a degree. So if they can get this offensive round, which they should, it's already a 4 versus 1. They're going to have a big advantage early. Love
that peek by Looney. He had an idea that Enable could be in middle map because of that security sound. He's not even trying to win the gunfight there. You can see he continues to just try to spot if Enable's in that area, immediately backs up and darts away. Challenges Looney, takes him down. Enable now in the 1-on-3, trying to make a havoc happen. Don't know if we're going to see it, though.
Running. Not much he can do here. 115 seconds to go. And he should get caught in just a second. There it is, yeah.
That's pretty much textbook play out of JCap. Just 2-0 now is Envy. We'll see if they can continue this momentum. He's now 4-0 to start this game.
Well, I like what I'm seeing. Just I guess the patience I saw from the guys even in a 4v1, that tells me a lot. They weren't just flying around trying to get the kill, all just, when do you see it thrown away? When you see everyone soar at one person, that's when something crazy happens. They played it smart, they took their time. I like seeing that out of Envy.
It's not like they had no idea where Enable was, right? They knew he was in middle map, and instead of all of them collapsing on him, they just kept in their position. This time around, they know Attach loves to play this S2 area. They don't send anybody there. Another 3-man push through middle map. JCap gets first blood. Envy really stepping it up in game number 5.
All right, we're seeing if JCap's able to win this gunfight mid-map. This is the first advantage we've seen here. 3 versus 2 right now. Enable, Clayster, and Attach. Can they pull this together to get their first round?
Aqua pushing with the s'mores. I'd love to see a 1v1 sniper battle on the back of the map. Doesn't look like Aqua's going to push that way. Enable in a spot where you can trade a kill if Attach winds up falling. You can see Dylan just playing all the way on this back basketball area. Clayster picks up the kill on JCap. It's now going to be a 1v2. Aqua runs out of bullets. Faze now on the board.
All right, Faze able to bounce back. So they were able to do what Envy couldn't in that bounce back game after the game one hard point. Not even able to pick up a round. Faze now showing some life.
Yeah.
This might be all they need to kind of get something rolling and close out this series, right? Icy Enable on the 2 streak here. Going into round number 4, what are you looking for from Faze?
Well, to be honest with you, Attach and Zuma need to get kills. They're 0-5 right now. They've been
that's simple enough.
They've been a major factor in this series, like you'd expect. So far, they haven't been able to make it happen. Attach has been a non-factor with that Moors. We'll see if he can turn things around here. The challenge from Aqua. Either player picking up first blood.
Yeah, you talked about the veteran needing to step it up and have a big game here to stay alive. And JCap, he's 5-1 already in this one, Jack.
Will Enable check his corner. He does. First blood going over to Faze.
Nice job. Nian heads up play there. There's so many spots you have to deal with on that push. We'll see if Attach can get some work done. There's a player second story. He is going to wisely wrap back, cover this bomb carrier as they rotate back towards B, and they don't really have anyone to deal with right now, Jack.
Yeah, Zuma leading the rotation. You can see Envy really just sniffing this one out. They've already begun to rotate towards this B bomb site. Multiple players putting shots down on JCap. He just stays alive, calls it out to his teammates. Aqua in a position where he can kill the bomb carrier, but he decides just to back up. That bomb's going to go down, spots one player across the map, doesn't connect with the shot. It's still a 3v4, make it a 2v4. Envy in a tough spot.
They should be able to tie this one up. They've got advantage. 30 seconds left here to try and pick up the kills and the defuse. Whenever you have JCap left alive, though, the man can be a miracle worker. He's 6-1. We'll see if him and Octane can get it done. JCap will be the first man in, not able to win that gunfight. Can Octane be the hero they need? He's got 2 people to kill, 16 seconds. He has to work the defuse as well. Too much to ask, I think. He's tagged up as well, not able to do it. Faze bouncing back with 2 in a row, able to tie up this game 2-2. And remember, if you're an Envy fan, they take this one. They're taking the series.
Yeah, something to point out, too, is right there, Octane had to get aggressive with how little time was left. Attach, hit a leg shot on Octane. That made him one shot with that from that Moors. So instead of being able to just challenge Enable with full health against Enable's full health, he had to hide for a second, then just kind of risk it all. Enable's more than ready for him. 2-2. Faze bringing this game 5 back.
Envy fans are nervous. I'm nervous. It's all coming down to who's going to make the clutch plays in this S&D. Zuma's got eyes on one early. He's so good at getting those first bloods. Can't get the second. Tries to dip and dive and get out, but there's
nice
2 more players here ready and set up around this B bomb site. Looney trying to back them up. Is he going to be aware enough to catch this player right on the opposite side here?
That's going to be Clayster, but Aqua is able to shut him down. On the other side of that hut is Enable. Just laying down, trying to stay alive, really check the corner. Octane, oh my God, he doesn't check his side. Enable takes him down. The trade coming in. It's now a 1v2. Attach versus Aqua and Looney.
And Attach has got a perfect angle here. Oh, that kill was fake.
Oh my gosh, is he gonna hit the snipe shot? No, Aqua takes him down. I didn't even know what to say for a second. That's where like we both began to hold our breath and you just try to spit out words and you just sound like you're intoxicated.
That would have been absolutely unreal had he hit that, but it is gonna be Aqua cleaning it up, able to take the round, pushes Envy back out in front. Attach tries to make the most ridiculous play ever, not able to pull it off, but still. The game tight, going round 6.
Where overkill, when it used to be used, he basically almost guarantees wins that because he has ASM1. He just kills him in that final little corridor.
Makes it much more diverse, in my opinion, when you're not able to use that overkill.
Exactly. There's pros and cons to pulling out a sniper. There you saw one of the cons. Aqua striking first blood on Enable. He's just going to back up, but unfortunately for him, he's got one player right behind him. That's Attach, putting away the sniper and getting aggressive like the play call from Faze.
Attach going to be wrapping back second story. I believe did he still have a sniper in his back pocket? Did he pick up that ASM1 after the kill?
I don't believe so. No, this was his when he
rolled
out with it because he killed someone with him.
Shots, that's going to be a tough battle. You got to get out of dodge. Not going to be able to win that one there with the ASM1, but he's going to get aggressive. He wants to challenge it. You can't take that fight.
You know what it mainly is? They already don't have the numbers advantage, and they're kind of getting pinched now on S2. I think he just wanted to see if he could
trade it.
Kill. Yeah, try to trade the kill. Zuma now in a 1v2. All he's got is an ASM1. Picks up the bow, spots JCap from the back of the map. Beautiful stun. He did see both players. This is one that Zuma can definitely win. Picks up 1 kill. Now in a one-on-one versus JCap. JCap trying to spot him. Zuma is in a power position here on the head glitch. JCap trying to run and stay alive. Zuma will not chase him down. JCap's right above him. Zuma picks up the kill. Faze tying it back up. And wow, they are hyped They're screaming, and it's hurting my ears.
What a heads-up play. The heads-up play to get the bow. That stun comes in, I think hits both players really in the back of prison yard there.
He said, J-Cap, I know you like your stuns, boy, but I like it.
And then the patience there. He had J-Cap trapped, waits for him to make the push, chases him down with the sub. That was just phenomenal stuff out of Zuma.
That's a momentum swing in this game if I've ever seen one. You saw a combined 0-5 start from Zuma and Attach. They've now brought it back to 6-9, slowly but surely, making themselves relevant in this search and destroy. Clayster putting some shots down on Looney. Looney continuing to do those quick peeks to try to gather some information for his team. This is the first fast bomb plant we've seen down on the Ace bomb site so far this game. 4v4, gonna be up to Faze to defuse.
Well, they get it down. The question is, can they hold? The first 2 kills coming in from Zuma. The fast flank, he's known for it. 1 player left. This one's gonna hurt. Someone's got to be watching for Zuma, man.
Aqua, you need to do something magical, my friend, if you want to win this one. Not going to happen. Zuma yells, give me that. He's on a 6 streak. Okay, he's fired up. He's fired up.
It's unbelievable what he's capable. But you know that's like he's known to do this. Either he gets aggressive right in your face, he's pushing forward to get that first blood, or he flanks fast.
I think he only knows how to hit the flank. That's all he said. Whenever there's a listen, hit the flank, hit the flank. Hit the flank. He did it right there.
And not only does he get 1, but he's able to pick up 2 in that. I mean, that pretty much seals it right there.
Gets the assist on 1, and then gets the beat down. Really a flawless round from him. He's now 7-5 after the 0-3 start. Big stuff from the submachine gun players of Faze. Attach getting shot from second AC.
Faze is
they
alive.
Get first 2 kills. This is the Faze that you saw. After that first hard point, they woke up. They got into gear. And now they're just 2 rounds away from closing out the series 4-1.
And Octane, I mean, this is going to be watched as soon as he peeked. I figured there'd be a player just watching that with a sniper about, but he's actually going to get away. Zuma, though, picking up a kill, and Octane is going to be the last alive. This should be a 5-3 advantage for Faze, unless Octane can work a miracle here. There's 1. He's got 3 more to go up against. The shot's so nice, but not able to clean it up. Good job backing away as Clayster. And somehow Clay hits the shot.
Clayster makes a statement right there, closing out that round. He says, you know what? We have
Who challenges this?
There's no reason to challenge. We're both weak, but you know what? I know I've got my squad behind me. Picks up the kill.
I thought he hip-fired it for a second.
Okay, that's a little ridiculous. Now 1 round away is Faze from closing out the series 4-1. They don't even want to hop on into Biolab Uplink or Skyrise S&D.
No, they want to close it out here.
I'm
round away.
I'm going Zuma. I have to.
1 round away from pushing into the winners semis. We'll take a look here.
They guarantee themselves a top 6 spot. They win this.
Don't ask me about brackets.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why I'm asking you.
I'm too old to look at them.
They were from prior to your time?
Yes.
Or they're ahead of your time, whatever you want to say. Looney in a 3v4. Faze getting first blood again. They've gotten him basically every single round they've won. Tough spot for Danny here. Will he spot Clayster inside that middle cuts area? He does. Picks up that kill. A little bit tougher than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think he was like thinking to turn and book it right away. Thought he already had the kill, but this is going to be a 3v2. Enable and Zuma. Zuma's had so many freakish plays throughout this one. You can't count them out as long as he's still alive.
Aqua trying to stay alive. Enable putting some shots down on him. Zuma's able to pick up the kill. Now challenging the second player. Loses that gun battle to Octane. Enable in the 1v2. Envy does not want to lose this game yet. They're still putting some fight into it. 20 seconds left. Octane takes down Enable. Boys in blue battle back.
And we got to take a look at the kills here, because if they're able to push it to around 11, we talk about the fact that this map is more offensive-sided. This is one where, oddly enough, you'd like to have the lesser of points. Let's take a look at just the first glance. It looks pretty close.
Yeah, it looks pretty close, to say the least. Both teams have 2 plants. It goes down to score, obviously, in this game. So we'll see how it winds up working out if we get that far. Obviously, Faze are 1 round away. They can close it out right here. I think that's definitely what they want to do.
All right, they're going to be on offense. This is their time to close it out. We're watching Attach right now. We'll see if he's going to play it aggressive. The nade's coming in, going to try and back up third story. They're going to think that's where they're pushing from. Oh, Looney.
You could see
so sneaky.
3 players trying to flank on that B street and able to stop that aggression. Envy just going to fall back a little bit, play their life, let Faze make the first move, and they'll do the retake.
Well, Looney going to be wrapping around behind. You'll see Zuma here. Watching, look how much this is slowed down. This is like so against how we usually watch Faze play this out. I think this is going to play into Envy's hands quite a bit.
Did they spot Attach running into bottom bus office? It doesn't appear so. He's still trying to stay alive. You can see 4 Envy players around him. He definitely hears them. He gives away his position momentarily with that boost. And able to pick up first blood. Attach still right below him. Players beginning to push in. Spots 1. The body stack as well. Attach Holding that
The
L trigger
patience,
down.
man. Wow.
Last alive, and it all falls apart for Envy just like that. FaZe doing what we both thought when they won that game number 2,
Unreal.
6-0, and then closed out the parlament uplink. I just didn't see how Envy could keep that composure.
You saw how versatile FaZe is. You know, usually they like to play fast. You saw, I mean, throughout most of that S&D on their offensive rounds, they were hitting points, they were playing aggressive, they were winning those gunfights. There, they played so slow, and all it came down to was a Tat sitting there, L trigger. Unbelievable stuff.
Body stack, a slight miscommunication from Envy goes back to Herdemeyer in round number 10. That'll do it for our final match of the night. FaZe taking down Envy 4-1. Maven, I know on the Bravo stream right now, I think Optic Nation is up 3-2 over Isolation, so still some action going on, but this isn't the end of the tournament. We still got Saturday and Sunday. I want to look at the winner's bracket.
Let's take a look.
Where things stand right now after day number 1 of matches. Maven, break it down for me.
Well, taking a look here, I really just want to point out any kind of upsets that we saw throughout this one, the ones that jumped out to us. TK getting 4-0'd. Now, did I think Rise could take out TK? Sure. In the fashion that they did, not
I
at all.
casted that game. I can't believe how one-sided that was.
Absolutely unbelievable. You saw Isolation going the distance against Team Orbit. TCM versus Envious, I mean, that didn't really shock me, honestly, with the form we've seen TCM on. Epsilon beating Denial. I casted that one. I couldn't believe it. Epsilon's been playing out of their minds, man.
Epsilon beating Denial, and then Epsilon beating Elevate.
Right?
Royalty dropped 50 kills in that first game of that series. Then got, I believe, an ace in round 11 to close out that game as well. Pretty sick stuff. That's going to be a match to watch tomorrow when FaZe and Epsilon face off. On the top half of that bracket, though, Optic Gaming awaiting the winner of ON versus Isolation. Obviously, could be a battle of the brother/sister teams, whatever you want to call it, of the Optic organization. But we still have that loser's bracket to take a look at. Let's see where that stands after day number 1.
And taking a look at the loser's bracket, we're going to be set up for some incredible matches tomorrow. Can't wait for it, but we're going to have Elevate going up against TK, Envious versus Orbit. Optic Nation, ISO, obviously we don't know the loser. That one's still being played out on Bravo, going to be going up against TCM Gaming, and to round things out, Rise Nation going up against Denial Esports. This is, if I had filled out a bracket, I didn't for this event, I would have been so far off on everything.
Oh, and really the big one for me is that bottom matchup, Rise Nation versus Denial. Denial can finish 8th through 12th, something that I did not think would happen, especially after their UMG DC performance.
It's been an unbelievable day number 1 here at the MLG Season 3 Finals. This has been so fun for all of us. Hopefully it's been great for the viewer as well. There's been upsets, there's been Game 7s, there's been the expected 4-0s. We've had a little bit of everything. Due to the match not being finished yet, we don't have a full schedule yet, but I do know the pre-game show is going to be going live at 11:45 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Games live at noon. It's going to be an amazing day number 2. I had any closing words from you, Jack?
Really, great day number 1 of matches. I mean, so much on the line this weekend. This is the final time we'll see a lot of these teams on land, basically anyone. Heading into the MLG World Finals. Remember, get your tickets at mlg.tv/finals. Maven, I think that's going to do it for us up here in the booth. Thank you so much for tuning into the Alpha stream all night long. Head on over to that Bravo stream for Optic Nation versus Isolation. For Maven and myself, have a good night.
The mountain was quickly to do the work. He's by the sun right down. That could be the game right there. I think it actually is.